Okay, and fourth, we have Shad Maruna 2012. He discusses signaling as putting a responsibility of rehabilitation on the inmate by focusing on the factors that they can control, which empowers prisoners to not reoffend. So it puts the power into their hands, gives them a sense of autonomy, which is very good for them. Next is Dan Bloom. So he discusses transitional jobs. These are jobs that kind of teaches them how to hold a job. So it's kind of a bridge from prison to having a full-blown job in the society. And he also asks what signals during employment programming participation would be most helpful. Last is Dora Shriro. She's the commissioner of New York City's Department of Corrections, and she discusses the importance of an employment certificate which encourages employers to give the ex-prisoner a chance. She also emphasizes the importance for employment training in jails as well. There's a big theme in this paper discussing the certificate of completion of employment training. It is very important because it'll encourage employers to hire ex-prisoners. It kind of gives them a sense of reassurance that they're not hiring someone that's not worth their time. Okay, and now for our conclusion. Mears and Mestre conclude this paper by calling for more data on recidivism signals as well as consideration for rehabilitation certificates to be encouraged to persuade employers to see potential in the ex-prisoner, as I just discussed. So empowering individual prisoners before reentry is also emphasized as a very important reentry initiative. The researchers also call on policymakers to consider federal funding to support the approaches discussed as well to assess the effectiveness and cost efficiency of the employment certificates. We just aren't going to get anywhere. That's the point of this article, is saying these are all great ideas. There's a good amount of research on this topic discussing desisting from crime, and finding signals and figuring out which inmates are more likely to recidivate, how to get specific types of inmates to take a specific type of program for themselves, different things like that. We can't treat them all as a stereotypical group of people. They are different people, different crimes, different drug addictions, mental illnesses, whatever the case may be. We do not want them going back into the criminal justice system. So how do we specifically get them to a level, and holding a job really is such an important aspect of reentry and recidivism. To prevent recidivism, they have to keep a job, and we have to also find a way for employers to accept that and hire them. So that's this whole paper is just encapsulates that and really tries to make a firm foundation so that we can move on, find solutions, and actually implement them. So very great research article. Thank you for listening to my presentation. That pretty much covers every important point discussed in this article. And then here are all the references. Down here is the article that the presentation was over, but all the others were discussed and very important, so I went ahead and put them in the references. Thank you so much.